Welcome back, viewers. You're watching Newsx and I'm Kriti Mehta. Now, the Enforcement Directorate carried out searches at the residence of former Kerala Chief Minister Pinarayi Vijayan, his son-in-law P.A. Mohammad Riaz and several others in connection with its probe into the CMRL money laundering case. Raids are being conducted at a total of 10 premises across Kerala, including Vijayan's rented residence in Thiruvananthapuram. Armed central security personnel stood guard outside the two-story house at Bakery Junction. As the news of the raid emerged, party workers and leaders began assembling outside the house gate, which was guarded by central armed police forces. As the raid stretched into the afternoon, the mood of the protest changed. The protest march of the SFI by that time reached place, and that led to a charged up environment. The protesters hurled footwear and water bottles at the central police personnel. Violence broke out outside Vijayan's residence after the ED officials completed the raid and were leaving the premises. According to visuals that we are showing, suspected CPI workers gathered outside Vijayan's rented home and protested against the raid. The situation escalated as some protesters blocked the vehicle carrying ED officials and threw stones at it. Police and central security personnel struggled to control the crowd. The vehicle, which also had women officials on board, was targeted during the incident. The windshield of the vehicle was broken in the incident as well. All right, let's go across to my colleague Belly. Belly, so far has any official complaint been filed over the vandalizing of the ED vehicle by the protesters there?
Kriti, before an official complaint has been lodged on this vandalization vandalizing incident by the CPM workers there in front of Pinarayi Vijayan's house, the former chief minister has broken his silence on as soon as the Enforcement Directorate officials ended their raids and searches at his residence linked to him and his family as well. So he was accusing the BJP government of using the central agencies to target political opponents and asserting that the CPIM would collectively face the challenge even as the party workers targeted the agency officials and their vehicles. So these raids took place a day after the Kerala High Court lifted the stay in the ED probe into the CMRL Exalogic case, the IT firm which is owned by Veena Vijayan, daughter of Pinarayi Vijayan. And the ED searches concluded after nearly 7 hours at the Vijayan's rented house in Thiruvananthapuram. So his Kannur home and his Kozhikode residence of the Bepur MLA and former Minister P.A. Mohammad Riaz, who is the husband of Veena Vijayan, Pinarayi Vijayan's daughter. So in Kannur, huge crowds of CPIM workers had gathered outside Vijayan's residence from early morning, raising slogans against the ED and the BJP-led centre. And before leaving, the ED officials reportedly briefed Kannur District CPIM Secretary K.K. Rajesh and the Rajya Sabha MP Elamaram Karim Sivadasan on the searches. So senior leaders P. Jayarajan and MV Jayarajan later entered the house and was seen interacting with Pinarayi Vijayan. So soon afterwards, Jayarajan announced to those cheering cadres who was gathered outside, who were very, there was literally a big crowd in front of Pinarayi Vijayan's house, and he announced that the searches had ended and nothing was found. So this triggered a loud celebrations outside the former Chief Minister Pinarayi Vijayan's house, who is now the leader of opposition also. So at Thiruvananthapuram, so tensions briefly escalated during the raid after some agitated workers allegedly threw empty bottles towards the central force personnel guarding the premises. Later, as the ED officials exited around 2:35 p.m. So,
all right, Belly requested